Welcome to Green Canyon High School. Eric Olson along with you tonight for the opener, the season opener for the Utah State High School Athletic Association 4A football season. Green Canyon playing host to Provo. Green Canyon going all the way to the state title game last year before getting beaten by Ridgeline 56-0. Everybody was beaten by Ridgeline last year, and everybody was beaten badly by Ridgeline last year. Provo lost the week before to Ridgeline. They were able to put a few points on the board, but Ridgeline still spanked them. Provo had a good offense last year, but that offense is gone. Most of those kids have graduated. They were sixth in offense in 4A, 35 points per game. In the top 10 in defense as well at 22 points per game were the Bulldogs. But again, they lost a lot of kids off that offense. A lot of their defense coming back, though. Coach Vili Halasima talking with me before the game. He was a lot of fun to talk to. He took a lot of time to talk about his program, talk about these kids, and you can tell he is excited about this Bulldog season. He's first year at the helm. He's been a coordinator, the defensive coordinator for Provo for the last couple of years. And he was from Timpview High School and played at Mesa JC down in the Phoenix area before finishing up his football career at the U of A down in Tucson. He's got Kyler Fackrell on his staff, the Aggie legend. He's the defensive coordinator. Maybe we'll be able to get a look at him a little bit later on in the game. So it's a good, experienced staff, at least in the game of football, over on that far sideline. But for Coach Halasima, this is his first year as the head man. He's excited. JT Tauiliili in his fourth year. And all he knows how to do is win, and win when it counts. He's been deep into the playoffs 2 out of the last 3 years. Hasn't been able to get over the hump yet. Last year they were 9-6, 4-3, fourth in Region 11, number 14 in the RPI. 54-48 all time for Green Canyon. They opened up in 2017. They have not won a region title or any state titles yet. And of course, this is the Wendy's pregame show. You heard our Wendy's pregame coach's comments a few moments ago. Dave Thomas, the founder of Wendy's, had a commitment to high school sports and high school students and academics, all of the high school experience in particular. And so Wendy's is a proud sponsor of the high school sports pregame show here on the Valley Channel. We're going to ask coaches all year long to submit their nominations for Wendy's All-Stars at the end of the season, and we'll have a Wendy's All-Star, male and female, from each one of these schools at the end of the season. We'll have a special event for that, or special, I won't say a full show, but we'll have they'll get some TV time. How's that? Green Canyon is going to get the ball first, though. The Green Canyon offense, which will be led by Ethan Monk, will get their first crack at it. And Provo ready to kick off. McKay Stemmons puts it in the air, and it's grabbed at the 7-yard line. Returned by Houston Peremski up to about the 25. Where he runs into a wall. That's where the Wolves will take over. Dogfight in North Logan. Wolves against Bulldogs. Jesse Noah anchoring that defense, number 52. You can see big old kid Creed Lunga, defensive end, junior, number 90. Somebody else to keep an eye on, as well as Paulo Granado. He's the starting tight end, and Tonu Lesa, number 3. And we'll get to the other linebackers in a moment. Here's Monk looking, waits for somebody to clear, and then it's out of the reach of his intended receiver, Bailey. 2nd and 10. And Yeli Pan, number 2, is the strongest. He's a captain on this team. Justice Taylor, the free safety. Cruz Barker, free safety. Julius Pan, the middle linebacker, number 7. Keep an eye on him. And double deuce, Makeli Tautai. He eats up runners. Monk to the edge. They try to get outside of that big defensive line and a couple of yards for Peremski. And then he's shut down. It's 3rd down and 8. Substitutions for both teams. Stott heads to the sideline for Green Canyon. Bailey, Hyam, along with Peremski to this near side. One receiver far side. Jenkins, I believe, in the backfield with Monk. Monk can use his feet. Gets out of trouble. Throws it into trouble, and it's knocked down by Quentin Farron. And it's going to be 4th down and 8 for Green Canyon. Green Canyon, we talked about how they want to run the ball. They came out 3 throws. Tried to get to the outside of the edge with a little receiver screen. Out there wide on 2nd down, because on 1st down, they were unable to get anything, and an incompletion on 3rd down, and Green Canyon is going to have to give the ball back. Provo with their first offensive chance coming up. Great roll on the punt. There's a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what it is. Ball killed at the 26. 53-yard kick. And let's see what the penalty is. Let's check it. While we wait for the call, we'll mention that Tamatoa King, Tama, they call him, transfer from Orem, is a sophomore. He'll be the starting quarterback tonight. We'll probably see Freddie Beasley as well. They both do a couple of different things. And a procedure penalty against Green Canyon. Will Provo make him kick it again? They're gonna, nope, they're gonna step it off. Coach Halaseman telling me that Tama King is, it's 11 on 11 with him in there. He can use his arms and his feet. Well, Beasley's more of a pure pocket passer. And they're going to hand it off, knifing through and making the tackle for Green Canyon is Carver Hovey, and a loss for Hopewate. Taylor Hopewate, the 6'2", 200-pound running back, loses 4 yards, and that's what we're used to seeing from a Green Canyon defense, even though this Green Canyon defense is almost completely new. They run that 3-3-5 look. You see the 3 down linemen. King looking, he's got the swing if he wants it. That's where he goes to Hopewate. He's got running room. Gets outside, walloped on the sideline, but not until after he picks up about 16 yards. He took a smack, but he held on and picked up the first down. It was Briggs who took him down. But it's a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Early motion, handed inside, looking for some running room. And picking up about 3 is Emil Albert. 3 yards for Albert as he hits the middle. Pan, the offensive captain's on the receiver on the far side. Near side looks like Schoenrock. He plays the X and the Y. And Julius Pan goes in motion. Those two are brothers. Handoff again up the middle. And again, Albert putting his head down and picking up some hard yards. 5 more. And it's 3rd and 2. Julius Pan to the sideline. Those offensive linemen, Luke Paulson, McKay Marvel, Cooper Brinkerhoff, Seasi Lisa, and Kai Potano doing the job early for Provo. Tama King hands it off again. And met in the backfield is King, and he's slung down for a loss of a yard. That was on 3rd and 2. Check that. It's not King, it's Albert. And what will Provo do at midfield with no score in the first quarter? That's at the 8:40 mark, and they bring the punter on. Peremski standing at his own 15-yard line, awaiting the punt. High snap goes over the head of the punter, and they're going to bring him down. "21-yard loss." As that snap goes over the punter's head, Hopewate. And he's tackled. They were in there as soon as he picked the football up. He had no chance to even try to kick that away. They take him down back at the 29-yard line, and the Provo defense is going to be called on to defend 90 feet. Monk with an I formation hands it off. Jenkins, sidestepping tacklers, look out! Inside the 5-yard line. Micah Jenkins getting the running game going. There's a flag back at the 22. Let's wait for the call. He's at the 4. It's a 25-yard run. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense. So 2 penalties in the early going against Green Canyon. One didn't really hurt him on the punt. This one hurts. Instead of 1st and goal inside the 5 after a 25-yard run, you're now back at the 32-yard line. That means the hold happened 7 yards downfield. So it's 1st and 13. Now a pistol look. 5 down linemen for Provo. Monk's going to pull it. Looking for the edge. It is not there. And Monk takes some abuse. He loses 4 yards. Provo showing some serious speed to the edge. That's what makes a good defense great. Now, we haven't seen Provo enough to know if they're a great defense, but if they want to be a great defense, if you can be strong up the middle, but you can't get to the edges, well, that's not great. But if you can be strong up the middle and you have side-to-side speed, horizontal and vertical, that makes you a dangerous defense. Here comes the house. Monk gets out of it. Looking downfield, has a man inside the 20-yard line down at the 19. 18 yards and a first down. That's Peremski. First and 10 at the 18-yard line of Provo. Handed off to Jenkins. Jenkins up the middle, down to the 15-yard line. Three-yard gain for Jenkins. Of course, at the start of this drive, he had a 25-yarder that was wiped out by a penalty. That last play was Ethan Monk. Because Provo brought the heat, he was able to get out and then find his receiver, Peremski, with a great grab and get his toes down inbounds. Hand it to Jenkins again. Jenkins this time runs into a brick wall. A Wall-O Bulldogs, a loss of a yard, maybe 2. That's 2-yard loss.
Number 65, we don't have his number.
Third and 9. Green Canyon and Provo tied with no score with 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. Second. Monk pops inside, pops outside, gets away, and he is right close to the marker. This is a second possession for Green Canyon. Started to say before the snap. Let's see. He looks like he might be just short. He needed 9. Boy, he's right there. He got 8. Jenkins starts to come off, and they send him back on. And Peremski comes off. 10 seconds, and they're still in the huddle. They may have to burn a timeout. Let's see. Fourth and less than a yard. They give it to Jenkins. He puts his head down, and he's got it. It's a good thing he needed less than a yard, because it looked like that's about what he got was a yard. Boy, that's a stingy spot. And they say, no, they're not even going to measure it. That's a stingy spot.
At the 10-yard line for Provo.
Yeah, it looked like he had gotten the 8-yard line from here. Unless his leg went down or something early. But we're a long way from the ball, and those guys are closer. And Coach Tauiliili is standing there talking to this official on this near side about it. I can't believe they wouldn't even give him a measurement. I mean, I guess he could have called timeout and asked for it, but that's over on downs. Not only did he not get it, they said he didn't gain anything. To the edge go the Bulldogs. A gain of about a yard. Hunter with the reception. Well, a bad snap on a punt attempt gives Green Canyon a short field. A penalty takes away a first and goal situation, and then an interesting spot on a fourth and less than a yard gives the ball back to Provo. And Provo now trying to dig out of a hole. And they get the ball out to the 15, 16-yard line, but a flag comes flying in back at the 12. And it's going to be a hold on Provo, so their first one of the night. Little breezy up here on the top of this booth. Last year for the opener, it was 92 degrees and sunny. Almost 20 degrees cooler tonight. And cloudy, but it's actually a nice night. King changing the play, and one of the offensive linemen moved. So back-to-back penalties for Provo. They had stayed penalty-free through the first 7.5 minutes of this quarter, and then they pick them up back-to-back, and that's going to back them up inside the 5. Handoff inside, is that Hopewate with the ball? That's some hard running. That's 9 yards for Hopewate. He's got 3 carries for minus 16 yards. That punt that went over his head goes as a minus 25 on him. Two receivers to each side for Provo on 3rd down and 6. Across the middle, he's got a man in the window, and he's got a 1st down. It's Hunter. From the 13 out to the 22, 9 yards and a 1st down. And the first 3rd down conversion for Provo. Approaching 3 minutes to play in a scoreless first quarter. Here's another give. And picking up about 5 is Albert. He's got 4 carries for 15 yards.
Stewart with the tackle.
2nd and 5. Schoenrock in motion. Fake the give, and here's King turning the corner. And he dips out of bounds after picking up the 1st down. 6 yards on 2nd down and 5. And King with his first run. Provo now out to the 33-yard line. They started this after a couple penalties inside the 5. 2:21 to play in a scoreless first quarter here at Green Canyon. The season opener for both of these teams. Lessa in motion. Give it to Hopoate. He's a load. He bowls his way up in there for 7 yards. Pan and Hopoate are both in the backfield with Tama King. Now Julius Pan steps forward. And King's going to give it off to Hopoate again. Pan was the lead blocker on that ball. That ball may have come out. That ball did come out. Could see it from up here. But was his knee or leg down first? And the official on this far sideline comes in and says, no, that's a fumble. So after a 4-yard run, Hopoate coughs it up. Green Canyon will take over. Again in their own territory. So 2 out of the 3 Green Canyon drives in this first period have started in Bulldogs territory. Green Canyon hasn't been able to cash in though. Provo turned them away on 4th and less than a yard. It looked like less than a yard from up here. But you can't keep giving a team that many chances. Monk has to wait for his receiver to clear. It's Godfrey, and Monk puts it over his head and out of bounds. The first possession, Green Canyon came out, threw the ball around, went 3 and out. Second possession, they ran the ball 6 times. Got down deep into Provo territory. This possession starts with a throw. And they're going to send Godfrey off. We've got an equipment problem. Rainey will come in for him. Three receivers to this near side. Hyams in the slot. 2nd and 10. Give it to Jenkins. Jenkins looked like he had himself a crease up the middle, and then he had to slow down and change direction, and he ends up picking up nothing. 4 carries, 1 yard for Jenkins. 7 yards on 7 carries for Green Canyon. We wondered, or I wondered, if this is the kind of game it might be. Provo with a inexperienced offense against Green Canyon's 3-3-5. That's tough. A lot of running room for Monk. Trying to get past the defender, Tiave Brown. Here comes a flag. I'm not sure about that. Tiave Brown had him high and then flung him out of bounds, but unless he had a hold of his face mask, I don't see anything wrong with that. We'll wait for the call. He did fling him down on the sideline, but I couldn't see if they were already out of bounds, standing out of bounds when he flung him. Yeah, they said he had a piece of his face mask. And he did have him up high. And I thought he had him more around the head or the neck, but they said he had a piece of that face mask. It's 15 yards on top of that 8-yard run. Selman in the backfield with Jenkins now and Monk. Monk's going to hand to Jenkins. Jenkins tries to dip inside as they tried to kick out with the tackle, getting the kick out. They fill quickly, and Jenkins gains a yard. Julius Pan with the tackle. I mean, there is some beef in the middle of that defensive line. Jesse Noah's 5'11", and they did not lift his weight. That is the end of the first period of play. No score here in North Logan. Green Canyon on the move. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Hey, a big thank you tonight to Wendy's in Logan for supporting high school sports and activities here in our community, whether you are cheering from the stands or you're watching at home, or even if you're headed home tonight after the game. Wendy's has you covered with burgers, chicken nuggets, fries, and of course a Frosty. Stop by any of the Wendy's locations in Logan. Support a business that supports our local schools and student athletes. Wendy's, we got you. KSM Music, another one of our sponsors. If you're ready to make some music, KSM in Logan has guitars, basses, drums, pianos, ukuleles, band and orchestra instruments. Play music plus music lessons for musicians of all ages. Whether you're just starting out, you're ready to take your playing to the next level, check out KSM Music. They're at 50 West, 4th North in Logan, or you can visit ksmmusic.com. KSM Music, a Game of the Week sponsor. Monk putting it in the air. Just coming free from the defender was Peremski, but Monk led him just a bit. And now it's going to be 3rd and 8. Monk is 2 of 8, 2 of 6 for 20 yards. Green Canyon is 0 for 3 on 3rd down. Ball at the 20-yard line. Selman and Jenkins stay in to block. Monk on the run. Monk gets to the corner. He's got blocking downfield, and he steps out of bounds inside the 15. He's going to be short of that 1st down. I'm not sure if he knew exactly where he was. He stepped out of bounds when it looked like maybe he could have put his head down and gotten a little more, but also he may be being told, hey, let's just take the field goal in a game like this. We don't want you to get your bell rung. That Boston Danes on to kick. Monk is holding. It's a 25-yarder. It's high enough. It's long enough. It did not go through. So we're still scoreless. 11:46 to play in the first half. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Hey, football's hot, and it's been hot this summer. Wendy's has a way to cool things down right now. Wendy's, treat yourself to a small classic Frosty, just $1. That's right, it's $1. $1 for a Frosty. After the game, head on over to Wendy's. Cool off with America's favorite treat. It's a limited time offer. Get it while it's hot, or I guess we could say while it's cold. Wendy's, we got you. Wendy's, a Game of the Week sponsor. So Provo has dodged 2 bullets, short fields. For Green Canyon, they haven't been able to put it in the end zone either time. Hopewate for a couple of yards. Hopewate had a rough first quarter. He gave up a fumble. He had a snap that went over his head. I guess that's not really his fault that he gets dinged for the minus yardage on it in the stat sheet. But he was at one time at minus 25. He's worked himself up to minus 3 now, so he's going in the right direction. Panielli Pan at the top of your screen. Schoenrock in the slot. Looks like it's Julius Pan to this near side. As Tama King calls the cadence. Hopewate in the backfield, and timeout, Provo. So the Bulldogs want to talk about it, saw something they didn't like, or something, a look maybe they did like, and wanted to try something a little different, and they take a timeout to talk about it. No score, 10:59 to play in the first half. Hey, here's a deal worth celebrating after tonight's game. You can join the Old Grist Mill Rewards Club, and they'll give you a free cookie just for signing up. I've got an Old Grist Mill cookie right here. You hear the bag? There's the bag. It's in the bag. It's going to be in my belly at halftime with fresh baked bread, sandwiches, soup, sweet rolls, and plenty of other goodies. There's something for everyone at the Old Grist Mill. Visit the Old Grist Mill in Logan or one of the many other locations. The Old Grist Mill, fresh baked, fresh daily. Free cookie for signing up on their Rewards Club at the Old Grist Mill. Well, the young Green Canyon defense has been able to make a couple of plays. Here in this first half. King swings it out to Schoenrock. Schoenrock picks up 3, and it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Brought down by Michael Clay, number 15.
Unofficially, I've got Tama King with 4 for 4 for 29 yards. Pan and Hunter to the near side. Schoenrock, they didn't catch who's in the slot on that far side. And Albert is the running back. King's got some time. Now he runs out of it. Slips out of one tackle. Can't slip out of this one, though, and he's snowed under. They're going to mark him down at the 17-yard line. A 9-yard loss for Tama King.
King brought down by Sam Allen with the loss.
A pile of defenders out there on King. He got away from the first one, but the sophomore could not get away from the rest of the defense. So Peremski Awaits the punt. High and short. And he gets away, takes a good bounce for Provo, and then finally dies at about the 44, 45 yard line. And again, a short field for Green Canyon. But Provo's defense, which is the strength of their team, has been able to keep the Green Canyon offense, which has 7 returning starters, under wraps. 7 returning starters, but the starters they lost all of their wide receivers. In fact, I'll have to find that stat here in a minute. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns from those wide receivers that graduated. Pass rush coming. Standing in there is Monk. Peremski got away with a push-off and catches it inside the 30. 30 yards. And the Wolves are in business. 48 yards on 2 catches for Peremski. Check that. He's got all of the yards receiving. He's got 50 yards on 3 catches. 3 for 7 for Monk, 50 yards. Two backs in the backfield. Turn and give it to Jenkins. Jenkins meets a bunch of white jerseys in the backfield, loses a yard. First time Jenkins touched the ball, he picked up 25 yards. It was called back on a penalty. Since then, it's been 3, -2, 0, 0, 1, -1. He's at 1 yard. So the ground game for Green Canyon struggling against the Provo box. And that's what Coach Tauili told me. He said his concern was that front 7 for Provo. They are stout, and they are showing it here tonight. Monk looking, throws it, caught, end zone, touchdown! Peremski somehow came back and wrestled away from Cruz Barker and falls into the end zone for a 26-yard touchdown. That was a heck of a grab by Peremski. Because Cruz Barker was all over him. Barker just hadn't turned to see the ball. Peremski grabbed it. Barker tried to wrestle it away from him. Barker came up with it in the end zone, but after they'd fallen down, and Peremski had possession as they fell, and it always goes to the receiver. 7-0. Green Canyon on the board first. 8:26 to play in the first half on the Game of the Week. There's nothing better. I'm telling you, nothing better than hearing every cheer, every big play, and every word from the people you care about. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, they can help you get the most out of the sounds that matter. It's no good when you have to say, what? Pardon me? Huh? And you just feel like you're missing out. Visit Dr. Paul Daines at 485 North Main in Logan, or call 753-HEAR. That's 753-4327, HEAR. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, helping you hear the joys of life. Other games going on tonight. Ridgeline is at Morgan, Mountain Crest at the brand new Deer Creek that's up in the Heber Valley. Bear River's at Ogden. Park City's at Skyview. Logan at Summit Academy. 7-0 our score here. We'll check on those other games as we get into halftime. This kick's going to go into the end zone. And Provo will start at their own 20-yard line now with a 7-0 deficit. And a sophomore at the helm in Tama King. Now, Tama King, I'd say a sophomore at the helm, but he's had a pretty good first half. Tamatoa King is 4 for 4 for 29 yards. He's taken 1 sack. but he has not put his team in jeopardy. There's a chance we could see Freddie Beasley tonight, but they're going with King thus far. Hand it off up inside. Looks like Albert. Let's see. It was. He picks up 4. 5 carries, 19 yards for Amilale Albert, the sophomore running back. Two receivers far side, one in a halfback spot here. Give it off to Albert in the backfield. He's met in the backfield and gets away. Still on his feet, and he's got a first down. Here comes a late flag. 2 late flags. He picked up 6 yards, and let's see if they add a little bit of penalty yardage to it. Carver Hovey has had himself a really good first half, and he was in the backfield in a flash, and it's a face mask on Green Canyon. So 6-yard run and add 15 more. But Hovey couldn't make the tackle, and Albert got away for 6 yards. He's 6 carries, 25 yards, and that 15-yarder takes the ball out to the 47. And a first down for Provo. King off the hands of his intended receiver, Hopewate. Hopewate looked, turned and looked, and it was on him, and it was just a little behind him, and just got a hand on it. Kind of lucky there wasn't a defender right there nearby. It would have been tip drill. Isaac Benson comes to the sideline for Green Canyon. They make some defensive substitutions. Pan, your receiver to the near side. Hopewate in the backfield. 2 receivers far side. King gonna keep it. Gets the edge. Steps out of bounds just across midfield. Right at midfield, they're gonna say 3 yards. It's gonna be 3rd down and 7. $15 carries for Provo rushing, 22 yards. Neither one of these teams able to really run the ball. Provo is 1 for 3 on 3rd downs here in this first half. 7:23 to play in the first half. 7-0 Green Canyon. Hopewate out in the pattern. They throw across the middle. Tackle made immediately. It's a short gain by Schoenrock. 3 yards, and it's 4th down. Two catches, 6 yards for Schoenrock. King still perfect throwing the ball. 5 for 5 for 32. 4th and 3.5. And Hopewate stays in the backfield. King stays on the field. Spread look for the Bulldogs on 4th and a short 4. King in some trouble. He's not going to get away. Sacked back at the 35-yard line. 18-yard loss. So the 2nd sack in this quarter for Green Canyon. And that one was on 4th down and 3. It's a long 3, a short 4. They're going to actually spot it out at the 47. He ended up at the 35, but it's at the 37, pardon me. Monk handing off to Jenkins and a flag thrown. A procedure penalty against Green Canyon. Their 4th penalty of this first half. 35 yards in penalties by Green Canyon. 6.5 to play in a 7-0 second quarter. Green Canyon on top. Monk took the chance during that penalty discussion to head to the sideline, talk to the coaches and get the play. Jenkins the lone back in the backfield in a bunch formation to the top of your screen. One receiver, Godfrey, to the near side. Handed to Jenkins after they try to spread things out. Jenkins steps off a 1 tackle, does not step off of the Taylor tackle. Justice Taylor came out and dispensed justice. But Jenkins picked up 6 yards. Again, 3 receivers to that left side. And Godfrey the only one to this near side, and Jenkins still the back in the backfield. And they're going to roll toward that far side. Complete to Bailey. A short gain. Gains a couple. And it's 3rd down and 7. Green Canyon is 0 on 3rd downs. Dredge Biggs and Porter Stott come into the ball game. Jenkins comes off. Nobody in the backfield with Monk. 5 wide receivers. 3-man rush for Provo. Monk steps up. He had some running room and it closed in a hurry. He picks up 2. It's going to be 4th down. And you may be in that go for it type of territory. Let's see what Green Canyon decides to do. With 5:20 and the clock running in the first half, it's 4th and 6. The ball at the 34-yard line of Provo. Your defense has played well, and yeah, they didn't even think about it. They're going for it. Godfrey needs to get off the field. Flag on the play. There was not too much time taken. Did they have 12? They sent the guy off. I think they only have 10. That's not a penalty. Yeah. When Godfrey came off, that gave him 10. So they're going to pick up the flag. And giving the coaches an explanation. So that might have worked out for Green Canyon because they only had 10 guys on the field. And Provo's defense tonight, for the most part, has played like they have 15 on the field. They've been stout. They gave up a couple of plays, and they've given up 1 touchdown. And that's the difference in the game right now. Quick kick. The attack punt. And it just about worked to perfection. I was also just about 6 feet tall and looked like Chris Hemsworth. It does go into the end zone. But they did a little quick kick, attack punt, whatever you want to call it. I don't think Aggie fans, they start to itch and twitch when you hear attack punt. So we'll call it the quick kick. As Monk showing how versatile he is. But the ball comes out to the 20-yard line, so it ends up being a short punt on the net. 4:50 to play in this first half. 7-0 Green Canyon. Provo looking to get something going offensively. They've started some drives. They haven't finished. King backs up, unloads, going for the home run ball and Schoenrock. And I think he caught it against the back of the defensive back. He did. And that's the kind of play that can really fire a team up. 27 yards. King to Schoenrock. He reached around the defender. He pinned it against the defender's back, and that's a catch. 6 for 6, 59 yards for King. 33 of those yards to Schoenrock. What a grab. Julius and Paniela Pan, both to this side. Now Provo wants a timeout. Well, wait a minute. I don't think they're taking the timeout. They're just resetting the clock. The FAR official is calling for a timeout, and they just wanted a reset of the play clock. And that's what they did. Here comes some pressure off the edge. They run right past Albert. Albert up inside for 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Plenty of time for Provo as they trail 7-0. There's 4:15 to play here in this first half. Provo gets the ball to start the second half as well. But that catch a minute ago by Schoenrock, an amazing catch, may have lit a fire under this Provo offense. Pressure coming. King lays it up there. Making an adjustment and coming back to it is Pan, and he makes the catch. 22 yards. That one was one of those where he leaves it short. The defensive back didn't know where it was. Tag Rainey was right there. Pan can see it. He just stops. And Rainey overruns it. And Pan makes the catch. 12, they broke the huddle with 12. Provo did. So that's a penalty. 2 huge pass plays on this drive of 27 and 22 yards. That penalty sets Provo back a little bit. Now it's 1st and 15 on the 29-yard line. Too tight in the backfield here with King, Tama King, looking for an opening. They lift him off the ground and put him back down as he picks up 4.
Quarterback keeper brought down by Tennessee Warriors defense.
And that's the look, right? They had King standing there. They had a running back right next to him and run right behind him on his right hip. He got the snap and he just followed them both right up into that hole. Just kind of getting more, trying to get more hats on that side than the defense has, but the Wolves defense closed it up after a short gain. 2nd and 12. Hopoate steps up. He's out in the pattern. King double clutches, in trouble, slips out of a couple of tackles and picks up positive yardage. 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and short. Tama King has taken a couple of sacks, but he's also proved he can be slippery. 6 feet, 150 pounds. I would believe the 150 pounds. I'm not sure if I believe 6 feet. Maybe. Hopoate is listed at 6'2", standing next to him. 3rd and 4. King unloads, breaking on the ball with defensive pack. He comes up with it, and it's a pick. It was Michael Thane, had a great jump on that one, got there and just took it away from the receiver. So that's 2 50-50 balls that have gone the Wolves' way here. And King, with his first real negative play of the evening as he throws the pick. You could see there's the jump that Thane had on that. He sniffed it out. He had a great jump on it. It was just a matter of, was he going to get there in time to either to grab it, or was it going to be something to knock down? He grabbed it. Monk fakes to Jenkins, gets it to the outside to Peremski. Peremski hustling and bustling his way for about 6, and here's a penalty. Somebody said something because the official asked for the ball and then spun around and threw his flag. It's a 6-yard gain, but let's see what the call is. And he is not pleased. That official. He had that walk of a man that is here to adjudicate something that is egregious. Let's see what White Hat tells us. After the play, it's unsportsmanlike on Green Canyon. So it's after the play. Should be 2nd down. He said 3rd down. So that's 15 yards for Green Canyon after a 6-yard gain. $84 yards for Peremski. $84 of Monk's 86 yards. I think he's found a favorite target. So that makes it 2nd and 16 because it was after the play. It's 2nd down instead of 1st. 4-man rush for Provo. Looking downfield, reaching up and pulling it down and then getting punished for it was Godfrey. He needed 16, he got 17. Excuse me, Godfrey to the far side. Hyam, he's your tight end, to the slot on this near side. They'll try that far side again. Peremski slips out of one tackle, and then he gets tripped up. After a gain of about 9, let's say 8, and they're going with tempo now. Well, now they decide to huddle up. 2nd down and 3. 1:10 to play in the half. Green Canyon leads 7-0. They've got 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line. Their own 37-yard line. There's no flag, but the far side official blows everything dead. What are we doing? Man, right at the snap. That's right at the snap. That far side official blew his whistle and blew it dead. No flag. No, I didn't see at all what's going on. I didn't see if they sent a player off. Earlier they did that, and they sent a player off where they had a uniform problem. So we'll do it again. Another 4-man rush. He'll stunt up front, gets a man free, and he gets home. Tonu Lesa takes down Monk. And a big loss. Eight-yard loss for Monk. And it's 3rd down, and Provo takes a timeout to stop the clock as it had slipped under a minute to play. Looks like they want 56 seconds on the clock. Talked a lot about Ethan Monk in this first half. He's 8 of 13, 111 yards and a touchdown. He just took a sack there, but, you know, I asked his coach about him today, and he said, you know, he comes from a dairy farming family. And he brings that hardest worker mindset to everything he does. He shows up. He said he's an unassuming competitor. He wants to win everything that he competes at, but he's not braggadocious about it. He's not cocky about it. You talk to him and you think he's just the nicest, sweetest kid, but if you're going to compete with him, he's going to do everything he can to win. He's a natural leader, and he just couldn't say enough good things, good coach Tauiliili, about Ethan Monk. So it's 3rd down for the Wolves, and unofficially I've got them as 0 for on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 11, and they are 0 for 4 on 3rd downs. 57, they put 57 seconds on the clock. So Green Canyon looked like they had a little bit of something going. Then they took the big sack. They were running some games up front, ran a little bit of a twist, and they got home. Monk heads for the sideline, and he goes out of bounds after a pickup of about 3. And the clock stops because he stepped out of bounds. Buck in to punt it away. Brighton Buck. Provo's offsides. Here come the flags. And they were coming after it. Flags on both sides of the field. So Provo with the offsides penalty. Instead of 4th and 8, it'll be 4th and 3. I don't think that changes your calculus any if you're Green Canyon. You still got to kick it away and make a sophomore quarterback have to drive as far as possible. Kicks up and away. Missed tackle. 2 missed tackles. Look out, and a hurdle across the 50-yard line by Brexton Hunter. Hunter sets up the Bulldogs and inside Wolves territory. Let's see if that's where they spotted. They did at the 48. He went airborne at the 50. And when he finally flew out of bounds or came back down again, he was at the 48. So King will be in the backfield by himself. 5 wide for the sophomore quarterback against that 3-3-5 defense. I don't know how many high school teams play the 3-3-5 defense. And that's, I mean, it's 100% sure that Tama King's looking at it for the first time in his first start as a 15-year-old sophomore. Hunter makes it 3 receivers to the near side. King under some pressure, another comeback, and it's Pan with the grab at the 48. 22 yards. 2 catches, 44 yards for Pan. A lot of room for King. He escapes up the middle. He's hit and brought down after a gain of 9. 11 seconds left. 1 timeout left for Provo. It's 2nd and 1. Provo takes the timeout. So Provo trying to tie it up before the half. It's 7-0 Green Canyon. It has not been a thing of beauty offensively for either of these teams as they both try to find their way. Provo with that young offense. They graduated a ton from their offense last year, a very good offense last year against Green Canyon defense that's Seems to be good every year, no matter who they plug in back there. And even though they're young, they've really played pretty well here tonight. But Provo's defense, their strength, has played well against Green Canyon. Green Canyon's really made 2 plays, and that's been the difference. King throws the speed ball, and it's knocked down. It hit the hands of Hunter, and I think the defensive back flashed right in front of Hunter. It was Matt Allen. I don't know if he got a finger on it or he just flashed so that Hunter lost the ball just for a second, and King put all sorts of juice on that one. I have King as 8 out of 10 for 103 yards, trying to finish this drive in the end zone. 7 seconds, and Hunter goes in motion. Pan to this near side, 4 receivers far side. 3-man rush, here comes a linebacker late. They hem King in and they take him down. Hunter was standing in the flat all by himself, but King was running for his life, couldn't find him, and that's the end of the first half. Green Canyon takes a 7-0 lead into the locker room. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Provo will get the ball to start this second half. Hunter is back to receive, standing at his goal line. He's going to run up and let it bounce and pick it up at the 9. Back to the middle, looking for a seam, has a little bit of one and advances it out to the 25, and that's where Tama King and the Provo offense will take over. Maverick Benson, the sophomore, on the tackle for Green Canyon. Provo struggling early in the half, moving the ball a little bit better toward the end of the half. Found something in that long passing game. Let's see if they go back to it as Hunter goes in motion. King turns and hands it off to Albert, and a nice run on first down. Picks up about 7. Eight carries, 38 yards for Amilale Albert. And he stays in the backfield. And Hunter in motion again. They move him around a lot. King in trouble. Slings it across his body to Hunter. It's a foot race now. Down the sideline. Tripped up just inside the 10-yard line. It looked like he was going to score. He's getting ready to call it. And he's tripped up. 72 yards. King getting out of trouble, throwing it across his body, finds Hunter for 72. They put it at the 5. I'll have to check that math in just a second. Math is hard. Ball's on the turf. After the big play, the Bulldogs turn it over. The little short pitch to Julius Pan, and he can't handle it. And it's on the turf, and Green Canyon comes up with it. I was talking about that long pass play. It was 62 yards. Not 72. And it doesn't matter now as another turnover. That's 2 fumbles and an interception for Provo here. 3 turnovers is a killer. They pull a guard and try to run up in behind. Big number 67, Isaac Polson. Nothing doing.
Micah Jenkins with the carry, brought down by Jesse Moe.
Loss of 3. Green Canyon has tried to get the run game going, and it's just not there. Selman in the backfield, along with Jenkins. Peremski to this near side, the lone receiver. 2 on that far side. They throw it to the far side, and it's knocked down at the last minute by Hunter. He's having himself a third quarter. 62-yard catch and run, and then a nice PBU right there. Selman and Bailey come to the sideline. Three receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Lofting it up, running under it, and not able to haul it in is Briggs. It landed right in his chest. Again, the defensive back was right there, had his hands up. Don't know if Briggs lost it because he couldn't see around that defensive back, but Briggs is a big kid. He's tall, and he was unable to catch it. That would have put him out near the 40-yard line. Now they're going to have to kick from their own end zone. That one's partially blocked, I think. It sounded like that one may have, Tonu Lessa may have gotten a hand on that one. And he's putting his hands up like he's flexing. Because that, either that came off the punter's foot, the side of his foot, or I think Lessa had got a piece of that. It sounded like, could hear it clear up here. So short field for Provo. They were down inside the 10-yard line and then turned it over on their last possession. They're going to start this drive inside the 25 at the 23-yard line. 7-0 Green Canyon. Provo looking to equalize. Granado, the tight end, he's on this near side working with Hostetter. Now Granado changes. See if they run out of this formation. They do. Hopewate putting his head down, picking up 5 or 6 yards. Give him 5. A breezy 70-something degree evening, cloudy. The clouds are starting to dissipate to the west. Perfect night for football. King with an I formation behind him. Hopewate dots that I. Pan goes in motion. They fake the pitch. King's in trouble. He throws it back to Pan, and they're going to say that it's a forward pass, and that's what it looked like. An incomplete forward pass. And so that's one of those things that you look at that in film tomorrow and say to your sophomore quarterback, hey, maybe just eat that. Because if they decide that's not a forward pass, which was dangerously close to being a lateral, but from our angle up here, it looked like it was forward. It's now 3rd and 5. 1 for 4 on third downs for Provo. Under 9 minutes to play in this third quarter, 7-0 Green Canyon. King keeps it. He's at the marker. He's past the marker. He needed 5. He got 7. 8 carries, 9 yards for King. He's taken a couple of sacks to bring that rushing number down, but we haven't seen Freddie Beasley. He's the other sophomore. Coach Veely told me before the game, we might see him, but you can tell he likes what he's got in Tama King. And that's right there, because he can use his arms and his arm and his legs. Lessa goes in motion. Give it up inside to the big guy, Tiave Brown. Brown, for the first time, gets the carry. It's the first time we've seen him in the backfield tonight. He's one of their defensive aces. He picks up 4 yards.
Sam Allen with the stop.
If I remember right, Brown he's committed to Oregon State, so we'll see him up here at the MAV playing against the Aggies. 3 yards, and it's now 3rd down.
T. Brown with the carry. Sam Allen with the stop.
Tiave Brown now 2 carries, 7 yards, and he's got Provo inside the 6-yard line down at the 5. It's 3rd and 3. Brown in the backfield with King. Handed the big kid again. He's got a seam. He's close to the 1st down. They push him back. It's going to depend on the spot. He needed 3. He got 2. He got 1.5 yards. So give him 2. 3 carries in a row. Got about 9 yards. It's 4th and a long yard. 7 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 ball game. Green Canyon with a touchdown in the 2nd quarter. The only scoring in this one so far. It's been a defensive battle. Brown is in there. Pan is with him as the up back. Tight formation. King's going to hand it to Brown. Bounces off tackle into the end zone. We're a PAT away from a tie ball game. 5 yards for Brown. And the score. McKay Stemmons on for the PAT. Schoenrock the holder. Good snap, good hold. Bad kick. 7-6. So Provo misses on the PAT. It's a 7-6 ball game in North Logan. Green Canyon hanging on. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. You know what goes great with Friday night football? Well, besides everything. But you know what goes really great with Friday night football? Fresh, never frozen beef hamburger from Wendy's. Yep, Wendy's serves square patted hamburgers. You've seen them. They're made fresh, never frozen, along with hot and crispy fries. They've got chicken sandwiches. They've got nuggets, salads, and more. Don't forget about the Frosty. So if you're a Frosty eater, you either dip or you don't dip. Are you a dipper or not dipper with the fries and the Frosties? When the game's over and you're looking for a late night meal, remember Wendy's in Logan. Quality is our recipe. So Green Canyon keeps Provo out of the end zone on 2 drives when they get deep into Green Canyon territory. They can't do it a 3rd time. 3rd time was the charm for the Bulldogs. Peremski works his way out to about the 27, and that's where Green Canyon will take over, now leading by a point, 7-6. About midway through this 3rd quarter. Next week we're at Mountain Crest. We see Wasatch back down in 4A. Then in a couple weeks, August 28th, Mountain Crest at Logan. Our first look at Logan and the in-valley rivalry game. Of course, Logan 3A now. Mountain Crest is continuing to play them while they're in 3A. Ball's on the turf. Monk has to go down and get it. So Monk was under center and couldn't handle the snap. And it has not been a great start offensively in this 2nd half for Green Canyon. They had 18 yards rushing at the half. They've got 14 now. Coach Tauili telling me that, they're going to have to lean on our offense for a while our defense gets up to speed, but this offense has had trouble with a very good Provo defense, an experienced Provo defense. Monk's got to get rid of it, and he's just going to throw it away. There's a flag. So coming out of his break, Hyam, one of the defensive backs had a hold of Hyam. Hyam came out of his break. He had him up near where his shirt comes in, and so it kind of stretched. And I'm wondering if they're going to get a defensive hold. There's also a flag back where you'd probably see a holding on the offense. So we may get second down again. Let's see. Holding defense. Decline. Did they rough the quarterback? Let's see. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Wow. Provo hit Monk late. And instead of 3rd down and 11, it's going to give Green Canyon a first down. We talked about Green Canyon's penalty problems in the first half. Well, Provo's got 6 penalties of their own with that one. 55 yards worth. Green Canyon with 5 penalties. Both of those teams had 5 penalties in that first half. So a new set of downs for the Wolves. Hyam and Stott, your receivers to the near side. I formation in the backfield. Jenkins is met in the backfield and wrestled down. That was Jesse Noah hitting Jenkins for the 1-yard loss. You can see that long hair hanging out the back of his helmet. He is a truck full of rocks right there playing at the nose. 5 coming after Monk. Monk trying to get outside the pocket and throws it incomplete. They brought 5. They're running some stuff up inside. They've run a couple of twists and stunts, and then that time one just came off the edge free. And Monk had to get out of there in a hurry. We talked about Kyler Fackrell, the Aggie great, who also spent over a decade, I believe, in the NFL. He's the defensive coordinator for the Provo Bulldogs. Coach Veely played at Arizona. I mean, there's some football knowledge over on that far sideline. And there's plenty here on this Green Canyon sideline, too. 3rd and 11. Ofer on 3rd down for Green Canyon. Monk's got to get rid of it. Finally finds Hyam, who came free. And Hyam picks up a first down. 3rd and 11. He picks up 13. Monk just kind of moving around in the pocket. Just keeping the play alive. And the first 3rd down conversion of the night. And Hyam looks like he has cramps. He's over on that far sideline reaching for his toes. And they're going to blow things dead. I mean, Provo is putting some heat on Monk. They've got to him a couple of times. They've forced him into some incompletions. That time he was able to run around until he could find a receiver. The backers downfield looked like that they were, as longtime Logan High coach Perry Christensen used to call it, turkey necking. They were turkey necking in the backfield. They were looking in the backfield, and they were watching Monk and what he was doing. Meanwhile, Hyam just kind of slipped away from him. Neither one of them saw him, and he got free, and Monk found him back the other way for a first down. And they're over there working on Hyam, and he was sitting up. It looked like he was pulling at his toes like he had a cramp. They're still working at him. Let's see if we can find Kyler Fackrell. I can't tell from here. Get a shot of him, but he's in a big pile of guys, so we can't get a good shot of him from where we are. And Hyam's up and walking back. under his own power. 11 combined penalties tonight, and still 17 minutes and 9 seconds to play in this ball game. You'd expect some of that in the first game of the season, especially with two teams that, have had one side of the ball getting a lot of new kids going. One of the things about this Provo defense, they had a lot of kids that played last year as sophomores. So they have a lot of game experience. They've grown up a little bit over the summer. And Coach Veely's going to have them back next year. Monk quickly to Peremski on the outside. They pulled a lineman. Pututau was hustling out there to try to make the block. But Provo came up in a hurry and shut that down. Gain of a yard. Second and 9. Jenkins in the backfield. No, that's Selman. Monk gets walloped just as he gets rid of it. No flag, clean play, incomplete. 3rd and 9. Monk's getting pressure, and he's getting pressure from his right side. He's having to escape to that left. But he's had guys coming in pretty clean on him here in this second half. So whatever adjustments Provo has made to get to him, they were running stuff. They were running junk and games up the middle in that first half. We saw a couple of times. And now it seems like it's the edge that's coming. Let's go with 3-man rush, and once again that edge gets free. Monk gets rid of it, gets smacked on the sideline, and I'll tell you who it is. It's Creedon Lunga. If I remember right, he's a transfer over from Timpview. Creedon Lunga, he's a junior, and Coach Veely had a lot to say about him before the game as well. He's looking at my roster, and I'm asking about some of these guys. He says, "Where's Creedon? Where's Creedon? He's not on your roster." And so he mentioned him. And he had some good to say about him. And he's number 90, the defensive end on that far side, that left defensive end. So on 4th and 9, we'll see if they quick kick it again. I would imagine that's what they do, and they do. Monk gets rid of it. They had a guy back for a return this time. He runs under it, is Hunter. And he returns it clear up to the 32-yard line. He caught it back about the 20. And there's a flag back at the 28. So Green Canyon offensively moves it a little bit, but then they bog down as that Provo defense is harassing Ethan Monk. And the penalty is against Provo. And it's the 10-yard variety. So 2 penalties against the Bulldogs here in this third quarter, and this one's going to back them up inside their own 20. But coming off a scoring drive, the Bulldogs may be feeling a little bit more confident offensively. See if the young Green Canyon defense can deal with the adversity. Albert running hard to that corner. Picks up a couple. Let's call it 3. Nine carries, 41 yards for Amilale Albert. King throwing it quickly. Out to the edge for a short gain, Schoenrock.
Schoenrock with the reception.
4 more yards for number 11. That's 3rd and 1. There's a lot you can do on 3rd and 1. And this is one of the things you can do. You can turn around and hand it off to Big Hopewate. And he picks up 4, and it's a first down. Provo on that scoring drive brought big number 9, Tiave Brown, into the ball game. They handed it to him 4 times. He picked up 14 yards and scored a touchdown. But he's not in on this drive. They play him on defense mostly. Here's Hunter. Goes in motion. And they motion it back this way and give it to Hopewate. Picks up a yard. A lot of misdirection type stuff going on there. Trying to get the defense to commit inside, and then they pop it to the outside. That time, the linebackers for Green Canyon came flying up. It's a Green Canyon defense that's looked pretty decent tonight against a young offense. And we've seen it before with Green Canyon. They just usually seem to be playing their best football as the season wears on. Look out, King is smacked. He didn't see the backside rusher coming at him, and he's walloped. Loss of 8. Zach Foth with the sack. That's 3 sacks now. And King's gotten out of it at least 3 more that he's used his legs to get out of. As the breeze starts up here in North Logan, 3rd down and long. King had a look across the middle, then comes back to the sidelines. Got a man running free. It's Hunter inside the 30. No pressure on the sophomore quarterback, and he was able to get off of 1 read and go back to 2 more. 51 yards.
Let's go!
220 yards for King now. $123 yards receiving for Hunter. And that was on 3rd and a long way. 3rd and about 16, and they picked up 51. King keeps it. Here's a clip. Didn't need to happen. Nice little pickup by King. Yeah, the wind is really kind of picking up here. I can see a thunderstorm off to the northwest. Maybe that's bringing the wind in here because that's the direction that wind's coming from. It's an illegal block in the back. So that's going to negate that run. And back the ball up to about the 33-yard line. Recent penalty notwithstanding, Provo's kind of found their offensive rhythm. King's made a couple of plays. He's been sacked 3 times. He's thrown an interception. He's made a couple of plays you'd expect a 15-year-old sophomore to make, but he's also made some great throws and made some plays with his legs. And that last one was one he stayed alive. He didn't get pressure, and he was able to come off a couple of reads and put it where it needed to be. Here's a quick hit. No gain. That's probably going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Now they're going to blow it dead with 10 seconds left. Let's see if somebody's injured. Yeah, it looks like another cramp. This time with the Provo player. 10 seconds left in this third quarter. There was no gain on that play.
Bingham out there, he's with the final stop. It's like we got two different sets of cramping going on out there.
One of the Wolves was slow to get up too, Sam Allen. He's up. Yeah, it was big number 7, Julius Pan, for Provo, and they help him up. They had his leg up in the air and pushing the toe like it's a cramp, and he's shuffling off. They're going to start the clock, and I don't think Provo's going to run anything. There's only 10 seconds left. They're not. That's going to be the end of the third quarter of play. 3 down, 1 to go in the opener here at Green Canyon. It's a 1-point ball game. 7 on the board for the Wolves, 6 for Provo. Coming back with the final 12 after this. Wendy's is a huge sponsor of high school sports, have been for decades here with the Valley Channel. And if you want to save a little money on your next Wendy's run, check out their app. Wendy says its app features exclusive deals and rewards, and current offers include savings on select menu items like, oh, I don't know, the premium combo with $1 off of that. So before you place your next order, pull out that phone, check the Wendy's app for your latest offer. Wendy's does fast food right. And if you're looking to add privacy, security, and maybe some curb appeal to your home, Custom Fence has you covered with a wide variety of fencing options. They've got vinyl, wood, chain link, ornamental iron, and more. They've been serving Cache Valley and really the whole Intermountain West from their office right here in Logan. Custom Fence can help you find the fence that's right for your home. You go to customfence.com and get a free quote. Custom Fence, Game of the Week sponsor. All right, Provo trailing the entire game, trying to get the lead here. They're in Green Canyon territory, 2nd and long. Here's the give to Brown. Tiave Brown. Picking up 6. I mean, he's averaging 4 yards a carry, and now he's going to go back off. It's 3rd down and 11. I was going to say a long 11, but 11's always long, no matter how you slice it. Nobody in the backfield with King. They're bringing 5 after him. Free runner. He turns out of it, gets rid of it, and it falls incomplete. He's shifty. You can see what they like about Tamatoa King. 6-foot sophomore, transfer from Orem. And even though that one was incomplete, he's thrown for 220 yards. 1 interception. It's 4th and 11. If you're looking at a field goal from here, it's 43 yards, and they're going to try it. From the left hash. Stemmons misses. So he's missed a PAT. He missed that. That was a long field goal attempt in his defense. And Green Canyon will take over. Still leading 7-6, 11:04 to play in the ball game. Provo's talking about something. Hunter's been talking to that official the whole time. I wonder if he's saying that one of the Wolves players maybe went over top the center like you're not supposed to do. And the plus for Provo is if you miss the field goal, then the ball goes back to the 20. So it was worth a try. 7-6 Green Canyon, 11:04 to play in the ball game. After the missed field goal by Provo, the Wolves take over at their own 20-yard line. Run it to the outside to Peremski. Peremski can't get away. Justice Taylor comes up from his safety spot. We've called his name a few times tonight. 4-yard loss.
With the reception, he was stopped by Justice Taylor.
89 yards on 8 catches for Peremski. A 26-yard touchdown pass, touchdown grab on his stat line tonight as well. Jenkins in the backfield. They've just really gone away from the run game. As soon as I say that, they hand it to Jenkins. He picks up the lost yardage plus one more. A 5-yard run for Jenkins after they spread everything out. Gave him a little bit of running room up inside. It's 3rd down. 1 for 6 on 3rd down for Green Canyon. 10 carries, 8 yards for Jenkins. Way back in the first quarter, his first carry, 25 yards. Inside the 5-yard line. It was going to be 1st and goal, but there was a hold. Back about 7 yards downfield from the line of scrimmage, and since then it has been tough sledding for Jenkins. 3rd and 9. Monk tucks it, loses his helmet, picks up 4, and it's 4th and 5. Lesa put it on him. Let me tell you something. We knew this Bulldogs team, their strength right now is their defense. I mean, they are laying the wood. They're bringing the whole tree. These guys hit. Kyler Fackrell's got these guys running around. And then arriving with bad intentions. Good roll on the punt. Finally stops at about the 27-yard line, and that's where Provo will take over, trailing 7-6, 9:22 to go in this ball game. Green Canyon hanging on by a thread. These two teams played each other in the non-region season last year in the early going, and Provo got the win in Provo by a couple of scores. I believe your final on that one was 24-13. The breeze is kicked back up again. It's blowing pretty good out of the northwest. Lots of big black clouds that way. Fake the give inside. Slip it outside to the tight end. Granado with his first catch of the night. And a pickup of about a yard. It was a good job by King just to get that one off. Looked like Jeff Nye was in there right in King's lap. Give it to Hopewate. Hopewate, some rugged running, picks up 9. It's a short yardage now. 10 carries, 16 yards for Hopewate, and it's 3rd and 1. 3 of 7 on 3rd downs for Provo. Schoenrock, receiver to this near side. Hopewate in the backfield with King. Hand it to Hopewate. He's caught at the line of scrimmage. Can he lean forward for enough? The near side official says no. The far side official had him spotted clear out across the 36 to almost the 37, which he never got that far. I think he was just scooting to try to see where the ball was. And they're going to say he's short. He's just past the 35. He needs the 36. It's 4th and less than a yard. Green Canyon got stuffed on 4th and less than a yard earlier. But they were deep in Provo territory. Here comes everybody, and they're hurrying up, and Provo says, oh man, no, we got a problem out here. This is too much. We need to take a timeout. Because this is the kind of play that if you do not convert right here, you give Green Canyon a short field and they can eat some clock and possibly get a score. Next week, remember, we are at Mountain Crest as they take on Wasatch. A look at our schedule for this year. We get Mountain Crest back-to-back. At home against Wasatch, then at Logan. September 4th is Ridgeline at Mountain Crest, so back-to-back-to-back for the Mustangs. Tooele at Ridgeline on September 11th. On the 18th of September, Skyview at Green Canyon. Then Skyview at Ridgeline on the 25th of September. And finally, Ridgeline at Green Canyon before we take a break before the playoffs. And the playoffs, again, will start the week of the 30th. One less round this year than there have been the last few years because they've cut it down from 24 teams to 16 teams. If you're the defense, you do not want to be offsides. And they've got everybody in the box. Turn and give it to the big man. Let's see, did he get there? He didn't need much. It's going to depend on the spot. Hopewate, I don't think he got there. This is going to be interesting because Green Canyon was not happy with the spot when they were in this situation in the first quarter. I don't know if he got there or not. So they're going to measure this one. They wouldn't measure the Green Canyon one earlier, and they're going to measure this one. Man, it is close. It looks short, but I am a long way away. So they're going to bring the chains all the way from the far side. They needed the 36. And I think they're just short of the 36. Let's see. If they did get it, it's by the nose of the ball, but I think they're just short. Let's see. Here we go. Short. It's short by your wallet. Man, they are looking and looking at that. That's short by a link on your chain. It depends. If it's payday, it's probably not short. If it's 20 minutes after payday, now it's short with your wallet, if we're measuring with a wallet. So now both teams have had a 4th and short where they haven't been able to convert. Hopewate looked like he had somebody down in his feet and he couldn't really get a push going. He looked like he had a pretty good head of steam, but he got hit behind the line of scrimmage. And as he started to lean, he got guys in around his feet and he couldn't get his leverage under him. And then from there, it's all up to the stripes and where they spot it. And I would not want that job in a whole big pile of people. So now the Provo defense called upon again. 6 guys in the box for Provo. Handed to Peremski. Nothing. Loses a yard. Is that Peremski in the backfield? It was. He hasn't. That's only his 2nd carry. Julius Pan takes him down. As much as anything, if you're Green Canyon, you want to run some clock. There's still a lot of time, though. 6:30. And a 1-point Green Canyon lead. 3 men coming at Monk. He finds a man in the seam. It's Hyam, his tight end. 6 yards, so it's third and manageable. And you're not in a hurry if you're Green Canyon. It's third about 6. Five wide for Monk. 4 coming. Into the middle, they find Hyam again. He's just found the soft spot. Looks like it's in a zone, and it's a first down. 10 yards. Monk's been running for his life most of this second half. They protected him well that time. He was able to stand in and deliver. Hyam found a dead spot there, settled in, and it was just pitch and catch. 5 wide once again. The clock approaching 5 minutes to play. Here comes a linebacker. It's Pan. They get it to Peremski, and he can't haul it in. He had a little bit of running room. Not a lot, though. 14 of 22, 137 yards and a touchdown, unofficially for Monk. Coming off a year where he threw for 2,186 yards, 23 touchdowns against 4 interceptions. That stops the clock with 5:07 to play in the ball game. Green Canyon's already missed a field goal earlier from about this distance. You can play if all day long in football. If they'd hit that, and then they only have to get a field goal here and they get it, now you got a touchdown game. But here comes everybody. Monk off his back foot, has a man, and he misses him. Briggs broke free. Monk puts his hands up on his head. He's going to watch film and just die. But, you know, he got out of there. He had some pressure. He couldn't really get his feet just right. He was able to set him enough to get rid of it. He didn't have him right, though, and he leads Briggs just a little bit too much. That was a touchdown. 3rd and 10. See what Provo does. They're bringing 4. Monk delivers into double team there, and his receiver is still down. He got walloped. Now he gets up. He was Briggs. So it's 4th down and 10. I think you're going to try a field goal here, right? I mean, it's at the 22-yard line. It's about a 39-yarder. He missed the last one he tried. It was from a similar spot. It's a 37-yarder. This one looks good. Let's see. Money! "37 yards for Danes. And he extends the lead for Green Canyon to 10-6 with 4:49 to play in the ball game. Provo gets the ball when we come back. Hey, fourth quarter football calls for fourth quarter fuel. Wendy's has plenty of it. Grab a Baconator, a chicken sandwich, hot and crispy fries. They got nuggets, or finish things off with a Frosty. And remember, Wendy's has that summer promo, the small classic Frosty, for just $1 at participating locations. After the game, make Wendy's your next stop. Wendy's, we got you. Anderson Seed and Gardens, another sponsor. They're proud to be part of the community, both in the garden and on the historic Center Street. Coming in October, it's on the 3rd. It's the Center Street Giant Pumpkin Festival featuring giant pumpkins, local art, food trucks, live music, and family fun. Mark your calendar for this free event in downtown Logan. You can visit AndersonSeedandGarden.com for more information. They're the main sponsor. So the kick and the return get us out to about the 26-yard line, and now Provo with another chance. And one of the Wolves is still down. Can't see who it is. And he's got his helmet off. And this does not look like a cramp. Give us a chance maybe to check on a few of our other teams out there helping them off. That's Brighton Buck. Bear River leads Ogden late in that game, 29-13. Skyview and Park City tied at 7 late in their ball game, 35-21. In the third, Ridgeline leads Morgan.
King passes for a short gain.
King flings it out for a
Mikey Fane with the stop.
short gain. About 4. Provo quickly to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 6. King, the sophomore, had a pretty solid game. Throws a rope that's complete.
Pass complete to William
Schoenrock, 7 yards and a first down. 232 yards now for King. Hasn't been able to put the ball in the end zone via the air. Their one touchdown came on the ground. See if the Wolves sit back or if they try to pressure King. Now they give it to Albert. He's been an impressive runner all night. He picks up 10. He's got 51 yards on 10 carries. He's a 5 yards a carry.
10-yard gain. He'll bring up the first down for the Bulldogs.
88 yards on the ground for the Bulldogs in this ball game so far. We're down, approaching 3 minutes to play. Watching Green Canyon defense, seeing how aggressive they're going to be. They're bringing a linebacker now, and that busts things up in the middle, and Tama King slides down for a 2-yard loss.
Quarterback brought down in the backfield for a loss.
Mountain Crest beat Deer Creek 49-0. And Green Canyon up 10-6 here with 2:25 to play in the ballgame, trying to hang on. Provo down to their last drive. Here's a completion over the middle to Albert. Albert on 2nd and 12. Picks up 8.
About a 6-yard gain. Carter Hovey at the bottom of the pile.
Again, Albert's been impressive, and he's just a sophomore as well. So King and Albert are going to be around for a minute. There's a lot of underclassmen on this Provo roster. A lot of guys that, especially on the defense, that got time last year as well that are underclassmen. King, flush from the pocket, on the run, gets rid of it, has a man. It's Granado. That was on 3rd and 4. Let's see. We got another injury or what? I don't see any flags or stop and play, and I think we've got another cramp. Ball's down at the 35-yard line. So it was a pickup of 11. King trying to engineer a comeback win. The sophomore has looked, I would say tonight, I would probably give him a B+, B to a B+. He's been above average. He threw an interception. He's taken a couple of sacks and made a couple of plays that you'd think maybe a 15-year-old starting his first varsity game might make, but he's also made some plays that make you go, oh, wow. Provo, the favorite in Region 8. That shows you the respect they're getting, because even with the inexperienced offense, still the favorite of that region down there. Green Canyon was picked 3rd in Region 11 by the coaches. Ridgeline on top. Then Stansbury in Green Canyon. Perry's Power Guide had Provo a 17-point favorite in this one tonight, but James Edward, the writer for the Deseret News, was picking Green Canyon. Perry's Power Poll is interesting. It's in the Deseret News. They take a formula and come up with a number of strength, basically of each team based on all sorts of things. And Provo had a higher power ranking than Green Canyon. So when I say 17 point, it's 17 points in the power ranking, not necessarily 17 points difference on this. That's Rainey, who's coming off slow. He's walking like he had a cramp. 1:36 to play in the ball game. This possession is the ball game. If Provo puts it in the end zone, Green Canyon's not going to have much time, and they'll be going against a nasty defense to try to get it back. If Provo can't put it in the end zone, they're not going to get the ball back. Here comes everybody. Standing in there and delivering his King. He overthrows his intended receiver, Hunter. King stood in there. He did not break out of the pocket. He waited for his guy to clear, and then he just put a little too much mustard on it. 2nd and 10. Oh, you love a tight ball game on the opener. You love a tight ball game every week. Some people love 36-34. I'm just fine with 10-6. Love me some defense. Hunter goes in motion. And Provo calls a timeout. The play clock was down to 2 seconds. Provo now with 1 timeout left. 1:31 on the clock. 1 timeout. 10-6 Green Canyon. Provo at the Green Canyon 35, 2nd and 10 when play resumes. Hey, tomorrow morning, before you head out for your next big day, start it with a Wendy's breakfast. You've got breakfast at Wendy's featuring the fresh cracked eggs. Their breakfast sandwiches they're good, and so are their burritos, man. Their breakfasts all around are good. Seasoned potatoes, coffee, the breakfast baconator. Yeah, that's that breakfast baconator. It's exactly what it sounds like. Sausage, bacon, egg, cheese, even more bacon and cheese. Get your morning started at Wendy's. We got you at Wendy's, the Game of the Week sponsor. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line of Green Canyon, a 4-point ball game. Provo looking for their first lead of the game. King on the run, has to get rid of it. 3rd and 10. Tama King, the sophomore, 17 of 22, 251 yards and a pick. And that time he was in trouble right from the start, had to get out of the pocket in a hurry. Let's see what Green Canyon does. Will they be aggressive? and come after him. Or will they sit back and play D on 3rd and 10? They're coming after him. King hit as he throws. Ball's free. It's incomplete. It's 4th and 10. It's Hovey. He made a play defensively to start this ball game in the first quarter that we called him out for. Then he makes that one. It's 4th down and 10. Provo 3 of 9 on the night. On 3rd down, they're 0 for 1 on 4th. So 4th down and the ball game for Provo. They only have 1 timeout left. They're down by 4. Pan, the offensive captain, this near side. Hunter goes in motion. He's a big play guy tonight. Keep an eye on him. Press coverage to this near side. That's who King's looking at. He overthrows everybody. He got mixed up. Pan cut in. King threw it out. Incomplete, and Green Canyon takes over with 74 seconds left on the clock. That's a minute 14 to people that aren't up to date on the metric system. Oh wait, that's not metric. Green Canyon has dodged bullets all night long. Tom McKing, as a sophomore, has played extremely well tonight for Provo. But they just haven't been, they've had some good drives. They haven't been able to finish. They've only finished the one. They brought Tiave Brown in to finish that one, and they did it on the ground and did it with a power game. But Brown's one of their defensive studs, and you know, you don't want to wear a guy out. And that's the decision they've made. They've played him a little bit here in the second half. I don't remember seeing him at all in the first half. And Green Canyon's in victory formation, because Provo only has 1 timeout left. And I don't know that they're going to take it. So Provo comes in with an experienced and nasty defense. Green Canyon comes in with the experienced offense. They kind of canceled each other out. It was a couple of big plays here and there, and Green Canyon just had 1 or 2 more big plays. The big difference is turnovers. Provo turned the ball over. Green Canyon didn't. Provo turned it over on downs. They had an interception and 2 fumbles. The inexperienced Green Canyon defense acquitted themselves well. The inexperienced Provo offense had their moments. I think both of these teams are going to be in the mix down the road, but it's a long season and it's just getting underway. 10-6, your final here in North Logan. Green Canyon hangs on for the win against Provo. Thanks for joining us for the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Wasatch at Mount Crest next week. We'll see you then on the Valley Channel.